Welcome back, Coach! In this tutorial, you'll learn how to time your passes so players can receive the puck smoothly without slowing down or speeding up. We'll begin with a simple coach-to-player passing example. First, move player 1 up to the red line. Next, have the coach take the puck. Notice the coach takes possession at just 0.1 seconds, so player 1 isn't in position to receive the pass yet. To create a short delay, add a timing point and move it until player 1 is about 2 meters from the reception point. As you move the timing point, you can see player 1's position at each moment, making it easy to choose the right time for the pass. The gray timing marker behind player 1 shows where they'll be when the coach makes the pass. Once it's about 2 meters behind the player, make the pass and continue player 1 into the corner. Let's preview the animation. Notice how player 1 receives the pass without changing skating speed and continues skating naturally. That's exactly the result we're aiming for. Now let's focus on player 2. First, delay player 2's movement until player 1 clears the area. Then, move player 2 up to the front of the line. Since it's only a short distance, reduce the skating speed to make the movement look more natural before taking the puck. Next, create another short delay while player 1 crosses the red line. Once player 1 is clear, continue skating, take a few strides, and pass to the coach. This time, we'll create a one-touch give and go. Continue player 2's route while the puck travels to the coach and back. When you select the coach, the gray timing marker shows where player 2 will be when the return pass is made. Adjust player 2's position until the marker is about 2 meters behind the player, allowing the player to receive the return pass without changing skating speed. Continue player 2 into the corner as well. Now let's preview the animation again. Watch how player 2 slowly moves up in line, waits for player 1 to clear the red line, then receives the return pass as part of the one-touch give and go without changing skating speed. Now let's switch back to the Action tab and focus on player 3. First, delay player 3 until player 2 moves up in line. Then move player 3 up to second in line and reduce the skating speed to make the short movement look more natural. Once player 2 leaves, move player 3 to the front of the line and again reduce the skating speed for the short distance. After taking the puck, add another short delay until player 2 crosses the red line. Then continue player 3's route and begin the passing sequence. After a few strides, make the pass to the coach. This time, we'll use a different passing technique. Instead of returning the pass immediately, the coach waits until player 3 cuts in at the pylon before making the pass. Notice that player 3 reaches the pylon at 12.49 seconds, while the coach receives the puck at 9.61 seconds. To synchronize the pass, we'll need to create a short delay for the coach. Add 2 timing points, then drag the second one until player 3 is about 2 meters from the reception point. The gray timing point lets you confirm player 3 is in the right position before completing the pass. Complete the pass, then have player 3 stop beside players 1 and 2. Now let's preview the animation in 3D. Notice how each player patiently waits for the player ahead to clear the red line. Player 3 receives the pass just after cutting in at the pylon, without changing skating speed. Now, let's switch back to the Action tab and look at players 4 and 5. This example shows how to time passes between two players who are both moving. Have player 4 take the puck and begin skating up the ice. Then draw player 5's skating route. As player 5 moves, the gray timing marker shows where player 4 will be at the same moment in time, making it easy to synchronize their movements. When the marker is directly under player 4, both players reach that point at the same time. Instead of passing directly to player 5, continue the route a little farther so the pass leads the player. Aim to keep the gray timing marker about 2 meters behind player 5 before completing the pass. Now continue player 5's route and repeat the same process for the return pass to player 4. Again, adjust the timing until the gray timing marker is about 2 meters behind player 4. Finish by having both players stop at the red line. Let's preview the animation. Notice how both players maintain the same skating speed throughout the passing sequence, arriving at the red line together. Now, let's switch back to the Action tab for our final example. This time, we'll use Dump to create area passes. First, draw player 6's skating route around the pylon and toward the slot, where they'll get into position to receive the pass. Instead of taking the puck right away, advance the coach's first timing point until player 6 is in position to receive the pass. Then take the puck and use Dump to place it in front of player 6. Click again to confirm the puck's position. Now have player 6 take the puck. The warning shows that the player arrives too early and needs to reach the puck at exactly 3 seconds. Move the last timing point to 3 seconds. This reduces player 6's skating speed to 17 kilometers per hour. To bring the speed back up to 20 kilometers per hour, move the first timing point to the right so the player starts skating later and has less time to reach the puck. Now, player 6 can take the puck. Finish the sequence with a shot on net. Next, have player 6 skate behind the net, pivot backwards, and get into position for a bank pass from the coach. Now, return to the coach. First, create a short delay while player 6 takes the shot, then have the coach take the next puck. Add another delay until player 6 is about 2 meters from the reception point. Use Dump to create the bank pass. Click the boards where the puck will make contact, then try to place the second point on player 6's stick. Now, have player 6 take the puck. You'll notice the warning shows that player 6 arrives too early and needs to reach the puck at 7.7 seconds, so we'll need to slow the player down. Move the last timing point to 7.7 seconds. Now, player 6 can take the puck. Continue skating backwards a little farther, then pivot forward, head up through the circle, and use Dump to create an area pass into the high slot for player 7. Now let's focus on player 7. First, move player 7's starting timing point to roughly where you want the player to begin skating. We can always adjust the timing as we go. Then draw the skating route into the high slot, where player 7 will receive the pass. To find the exact arrival time of the puck, drag the T on the timeline until the puck reaches the reception point. In this example, the puck arrives at 10.5 seconds. Move player 7's final timing point to that position, so the player and the puck arrive together. If you'd like to adjust the skating speed, simply move the first timing point to the left. Now, player 7 can take the puck. Let's finish with a one-timer. Click Shoot, then click the net. Next, open the shooting event and choose Slap Shot. Finally, have player 7 stop beside the net, then move player 6 into a rebound position. Let's preview the animation in 3D. Notice how player 6 receives both area passes in stride before setting up the one-timer for player 7. Both players receive every pass without changing skating speed, creating a smooth, realistic passing sequence.